Hey everyone, this is DayTraderRockStar, and this is a updated watch list video just to go over some stocks that are setting up for the last 2 days of this week, February 2nd and 3rd. Got a nice selection here. So we're going to start off with Abbott Labs. Abbott Labs oversold on the daily. Nice pullback set up. The 60-minute chart kind of tells the story here. You can start to see the established channel here. Problem is we're already off the oversold. It did give us a higher probability setup, at the beginning of today, this morning, and we've quickly moving up, and it's just hard for me to not get in at the best area. Sometimes I find myself chasing a stock, but because of the channel that's setting up here, I would definitely want to take this trade. If this came back down to this level down here, so that would be something I'd be watching for, and maybe watching for one last rollover here on the stochastics rolling back down, because that would really pretty much continue to keep the daily in an oversold level, and it would be okay. I feel more comfortable with that on the 60-minute setup, so I'm going to watch that. Right now I feel like we're pushing up against this trend line. We're okay on the Abbott. I mean, this looks good. But my entry, again, these are stocks that, I feel that they'll be very good high probability setups once they come down to these levels. And I think that's just money in the bank, and you just have to have the patience to let these set up. You're going to notice a couple of those stocks like this tonight. All right, so let's go to the next one. All right, next one here is going to be Norfolk Southern Railroad, and NSC. Again, the standard oversold levels on the daily chart, and this one's moved back down from 78 to 71, so it's a nice 7-point pullback. Got oversold, and even the 60-minute. We take a look at the 60-minute. 60-minute is kind of in a coiled. You can see the definite downtrend upper line here of the channel, and this one down here, not officially a channel, but something to watch, because I would definitely, again, another situation, I'd rather take this on my terms. I think it's money in the bank. If we could rotate one more time back down here, this would really confirm a coiled stochastic indicator, and this channel could be anything from this point on. I just really want to see the stochastics rotate back down, get this, whatever the price level is at that time, and pick up that stock at that point. Still looks pretty good overall on the daily, because the daily has given us that signal. And again, we might not get that pullback, but again, a stock that I'll be watching, and if it does set up like that, I'll definitely alert you of that setup. Next stock. All right, here's a stock we just recently got out of. This was a great trade. I mean, it was what we like to get about this is a quality name, Reynolds American. Really off of a really first significant pullback after it made recent highs, and we got down into an oversold level. We timed that with the 60, and from that point on, we actually had a nice little bounce. Now remember, the move on the daily represents such a small crossover that the trigger here on a high probability setup is always great for a trade, but it doesn't mean that you're going to get you're not going to have to deal with a pullback and play and stuff. So that first move, when you do have a high probability setup, you must really consider at that point an exit strategy, because from that entry point, say you got in when the stochastics were pulled back here under 20 and got out, which I tend to do when we get up here in an overbought level, kind of represents a move off the lower portion of the channel line to the upper portion of the channel line, and you already started seeing this pullback. So I mean, we have to take that in consideration, and I think trading this stock in and out like this, we watch it now for the next couple of days, and we see if we get that rotation back, and end up setting this stock up again, because it would continue to be set up on a slower trend line if we had that higher probability setup. So again, important to take the triggers and take the triggers off, because in a longer term trade, there's going to be a lot of there's going to be some pullbacks and some some moves, pullbacks, retracements, further moves up, retracements. Okay, next stock. All right, here we have Corning. Now, Corning going into tomorrow is probably one of my favorites for a continuation move back up here. We had a nice pullback, 5 to 7 day pullback. On the 5th and 6th day, we started moving back up. Had a little follow through today, which was fine. Really comes down. I put this new channel in here saying that we might, we had that gap down on earnings, a little reversal. Want to see this break out to the upside. It's going to be a process, but right now, looking at that 60-minute chart, we actually had a nice little move. I mean, everything really played out according to the signals. We got oversold here, we got overbought here, and we started pulling back. So, again, a high probability setup, is great for that first move, but it doesn't need to be, on a smaller stock. I mean, you could, 50 cents is a great trade on that first step. Now the question is, do we continue higher off of this setup? So again, we could always watch the 60 if we get back down to that level, but I have a feeling we're not gonna. So I'm gonna watch for early strength tomorrow on Corning and look to start that position finally. So I do like the Corning. I would expect this one to move back up towards the gap, up above 1350. So easy 50 cents trade on it. All right, here's a new one. Here's Campbell Soup, CPB. We haven't looked at this one. It came up on a scan today, and I looked at it and I said, well, it gives us good signals, has a good recognizable name, and has an interesting pattern to it. It seems to have dropped off, retraced, dropped off, retraced, and pulled back now and trying to hold this level. So I'm feeling this level is going to hold, but again, I would really want my entry. Daily just looks like it's starting to get a move back. And let's take a look at the 60. 60 a little extended there. So again, kind of going against it. But again, if we let these stocks set up in the future, again, it's like money in the bank. So you just have a good, again, right now we have about 3 stocks that have potential high probability, really great setups. But we need to let these levels come down to us. And knowing it is half the battle. Is realizing that we want to wait is really great because we plan out our trade way ahead of the time. And we just let it come back down. So Campbell Soup, want to really get down into that 31. See, right now it's trading at 31.71. So anywhere down, let me zoom out here. I do have a little target area here, represented by that green area. So around between 30.90 and 31.20, basically, 31.10 to 31.90. Anywhere down there, it would be a golden opportunity, and I would love to be able to pick this one up. So, again, even though this one is not set up right now, and you might say, well, what about a possible short on this? Yeah, the possibility of a short down to this side is definitely a possibility. The daily, again, is oversold on the daily. So, it still could go either way. I would just, again, hope to get one last opportunity on it because we didn't get on our, already made a nice 3-day move. And a 3-day move from the last high probability setup, really tells you that right from here, 3 days ago, it's made a decent move. It's pretty much went from 31.30 to 31.90. So a 50-cent move. And we talk about that 60-minute stochastic giving us that, that first 50-cent move is really something you might want to just lock in. And that's what we did a lot today. We locked in Reynolds, we locked in ConocoPhillips, all based on the 60. And we're going to continue to do that. We can continue to do that, and it's almost like choking up on the bat, taking a swing. For the people out there like baseball and other analogies, it's just doing the right thing and really not letting the market not affect you, and just taking the signals as they come and becoming that machine in the market. All right, here's ATI, Allegheny Technologies. And again, it has a nice base here. Base is more, what really shows up here is this, it's almost this channel. This long, drawn out, inverted head and shoulders pattern. And these bases typically break to the upside. So we're looking at something that's pulled back, lower part of the channel. We got an oversold level on the stochastics on the daily. It does look pretty good here. It just looks good. It's not my favorite but I wanted to bring it to your attention because it does have a good setup. Again, the 60-minute stochastic is the only thing that, if we look back here when this was also a HPS setup, you could see there was a nice, it was pretty much a little channel line here. You could have started identifying. You definitely, the channel really identifies the trend. You could really see that the trend was down, and from that point on, you could pretty much put a trend line and a line. And then when you got oversold, you look for that breakout, directional breakout. So pullback and an oversold level again would definitely get me looking at this, but not my favorite, but something to keep an eye on. And again, one of the momentum plays, what I also like to do, try to do if I remember to do that, is call out a momentum play at the end of the day. Stocks that I feel that have a good shot of carrying over and carrying through for the next day for those swing traders who want to really, take advantage of that. And I think ConocoPhillips, which actually, if you look at Allegheny Technologies and ConocoPhillips, are very similar chart patterns. You can see that long base. ConocoPhillips here also that long base and starting to cross back over. And I do like this volume over the last couple of days, a little reversal candlestick volume, a little follow through today. We're all over this. This was really a HPS setup, and this is the kind of HPS setup we want. We want to get it as it's approaching. We want to be in it in the weakness. We don't want to really take it now, but again, we want to get in before knowing that this would be the best level, and this is where we want to take profits, and that's what we did. So this was just a textbook trade. We got a little overbought here, and now starting to come back. But this one I give a good shot of continuation, and we're going to look to push back up, and maybe even eventually out of this. This is again the momentum play going into tomorrow. So I'd watch for strength. See if we get back above $70 and hold that level and see if we can start pushing higher on this. The potential here is here. All right, so okay, that's going to be the updated watch list, and I've been kind of subdued here. I'm doing it now from the office today. So I hope I got that across, and I hope this mic is a quality mic and you can actually hear the video okay. And I'll see you guys in the market tomorrow morning. After 12 o'clock, you'll probably get this in the morning. I'm sorry it's out late. And we'll talk to you tomorrow.